Burke, motion, paintbrush, paints, colors, yes. Yeah, whoever the author is, they bring this up and they talk about it. They started in the philosophers aren't reflective, but creative. All right, that's what it says. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, they're creative, right? I mentioned the paintbrushes and the colors and tools, but philosophers aren't reflective. I think that the title's misleading because obviously they are reflective. They must be reflective in order to create, because they must reflect to access their tools, their mediums, and their materials, their, you call them tools, but yeah, they're tools, they're instruments, their transfer material that they use their tools to put onto a canvas. These, this is the form, the style, these are the things that we were talking about in this, I guess, theory class. And I have found I have found I can relate to really relate to what they're saying in this piece about being creative, especially when they get into the filmmaker's portion, or about cinema, and it's showing me a lot about myself when I read that. Because it gets into my own brain, and it's cool because it puts words and concepts to things, like notions, ideas, things that are stuck in here that I can't and I want to get out. And I'm able to do these things with cinema, using my photography and my cinematography or my storytelling to do this with my life experiences. It's kind of what the philosophy is doing, but in the filmmakers, they're not reaching back to these, form and style. The filmmakers are reaching back to moments in time that represent or symbolize notions, right? So that's one aspect, that's one piece. Now, when you get into the audio visual, now you start to add the audio to the piece, right? And then that transforms these moments in time that capture an idea, and then with the audio, you're able to facilitate that and guide that communication in a direction that, as an artist, you are trying to display, trying to communicate. And it's fun, and it's fascinating, it's challenging, because so much can be done with it. I mean, that's why, film is used in propaganda. It's the best tool to manipulate someone's mind, through the suggestion of, through images, or in images, through images. Is it in or is it through? Gosh, here we go again. And then the ability, with that, to hijack emotion, right? To communicate a message in a flash, because you can, so you can say, they say a picture says 1,000 words, and it absolutely does. So if you're able to say those 1,000 words in a flash, capture that emotion, then guide it through like a dance with audio, and take people through those images, and you've grabbed their subconscious, and now you're making them dance in their mind. And if you do it right, you are able to place them inside of your own and take them through your journey. Now, at least that's what I try to do. And when I just somehow hijacked the conversation about not indoctrination. That's a whole other thing that I could get into. But oh yeah, propaganda, and that's what it is, dude. That's what film is. And what makes it propaganda, I guess, is the ethics that go into how you communicate this stuff. You know, I really wanted to say these things in front of class, but I don't want to distract by walking around and stuff like that. But you know, these are the types of things, you know, that these readings they do for me, what they communicate to me. And I think that's obviously the author's intent, and it's doing its job. And I like it because, you know, this is communications theory. We're talking about philosophy, and you know, I like how it gives me the ability, you know, to explore these avenues and then come back, you know, to reality. It's a game. There's play in it, and there's a lot of satisfaction that comes with that, you know. And you know, here I'll gravitate back to that cinema, that film and video, because it is so complex. There's so many pieces to play with in communicating. It's so much fun. I'm not even good at it, but it's fun. It's satisfying. It's gratifying. Is that the appropriate word? Use of that word. Regardless. This is a great piece, and I'm not even I'm freaking halfway done. And that's one of the problems I have with these assignments is, you know, getting to that first. I'm not bleeding, am I? It looked like blood on this tiny camera. I digress. I think that's enough reflection, because I can do this forever. Thank you.